Hey art friends, today we're going to draw another Pokemon. I hope you're excited. We're going to draw Pangoro. So I hope you're going to follow along with me. You got a marker and some paper. Now if I ever go too fast, remember you can always pause the video if you need extra time. All right, let's get started. Now Pangoro has a lot of steps and a lot of details, but we are going to take it one step at a time to keep this lesson nice and easy. So remember to do your best and to pause the video if you need that extra time. All right, we're first going to start by drawing his eyes, and we're going to draw a little diagonal line. We're going to keep it really small so that we have room for the rest of his body. And we're going to draw that diagonal line, and then we're going to draw a curve underneath for the bottom of his eye, and then we're going to color that in. Now we're going to draw his other eye right next to that, and we're going to just draw it really small. It's a sideways V. Then we're going to color that in also. Now let's draw his nose right below his left eye, and we're going to draw a raindrop shape. So we're going to start here, and we're going to draw that raindrop shape that comes back. See how there's a point on the right side. Then we can also color that in. Now we're going to draw his mouth. So we're going to draw the front of his mouth first that comes down, and then we're going to draw another raindrop shape but going the other direction. We're going to come back like this, come under his eye, and then back, and see how the point's on the left side now. Then inside of his mouth, we're going to draw the letter M. We're going to draw a small bump and then a bigger bump, and that's for his cool teeth showing. Now let's draw the bottom of his jaw. We're going to draw the front, and then it's going to curve underneath. Cool. All right, now let's draw the top of his head, and we're going to draw a line that comes up from his nose, and it's going to connect to his eye. Then we're going to come back down, and we're going to draw a bunch of zigzags over the top of his head. We're going to draw a big one that comes up and over his eye and then back down. Now before we draw the rest of the zigzags over the top of his head, let's draw his first ear. We're going to draw a curve right next to his eye. Then we're going to draw a big upside down U. Now we can come back over here. Let's draw his other ear and make him look 3D. So this ear is behind his head. So we're going to draw a C shape behind these little zigzags. Now we're going to finish the top of his head. We're going to draw another zigzag. Let's draw the letter M. So we're going to come up over his ear, come down and touch his ear. And we're going to draw that second bump for the M. See how it looks like the letter M? Now we're going to draw one more zigzag on the back of his head right here. Cool. Now he has a lot more zigzags around his neck and on his chest. So let's start by first drawing the letter V right here below his chin. And we're going to come down, and then we're going to come up really high and almost touch his ear. So we're going to come all the way up. Looks like a check mark. Then we're going to draw another zigzag that comes down, back up, and then back down. Now, right here, let's connect this into that letter M. Now, right below his chin, we're going to draw another line down, and then we're going to draw a sideways W or a sideways M. We're going to come out, back in, back out, and then in. Look at that. Looks like the letter M. Now, over here, we're going to draw another M. We're going to draw up, down. Now let's draw his first fist up here, and he's got his fist clenched like he's punching. So we're going to draw the first finger on his fist up here on the right hand. We're going to draw a curve that touches this M. It's going to come around and then back down. Now we're going to draw his other fingers next. So we're going to start up here. We're going to draw his next finger, comes down, connects, and then curves in right there. It looks like a big letter C. So then we're going to draw his next finger, and it looks like the letter U. We're going to come down and then back up. Next, we'll come over here, and we're going to connect this part of his hand into his finger. And there's his first fist. All right, now let's draw some more zigzags around this fist. So we're going to draw a small zigzag, then we're going to draw a big one, comes out, and then we're going to draw another small one right on the end. Okay, now we're going to draw more down here at the bottom of his fist. We're going to start right here on his middle finger, and we're going to draw a little one, come down, back up, Then we're going to do 3 more. We're going to do another little one. Then we'll do a big one and another small one right at the end. Now, before we draw the rest of his arm, we're going to jump over here and we're going to draw his left hand. And we're going to repeat a lot of the same steps that we did for this hand. Now, the first step we're going to do is draw that first finger, and then we're going to draw the back of his hand. So we're going to start right here, and it's going to go the other direction. So we're going to leave a little space. We're going to curve around, and then we're going to draw the back of his hand. So it's that same shape, but it's flipped and reversed and pointing the other direction. Okay, now let's draw his middle finger next. We're going to draw that curve that comes up and connects. And then we're going to curve back down for the front of his finger. Now we're going to draw that last finger right here, so it's an upside down U this time. Then right here, we're going to connect the back of his hand into his finger. There we go, we did it. Okay, now we need to draw those same spikes that go around his wrist. So we're going to draw the letter M right here. We're going to go up, back up, and then down. And then on the back of his hand, we're going to draw a little spike that comes out, touches his hand. Then we're going to draw 3 more spikes. We're going to draw a big one. Then we're going to draw 2 more small ones pointing down. Looks like the letter W. There we go, we did it. We drew his hands and we drew the spikes around his wrists. Now we can draw his arms connecting into his body. So we're going to draw the first one that comes right here. It's going to be a line that bends down and then back up and connects to that sideways M. Now we're going to draw the other side of his arm, and we're going to draw another bent line just like we did up here, but we're going to stop right underneath the first one. Now let's come back over here and we're going to draw his other arm. So first we're going to draw a little curve that comes underneath those spikes. Then we're going to draw the outside of his arm that comes down from this spike and then bends close to this first line we drew. Then we're going to draw another short line that comes under, and we're going to stop right there underneath his hand. Now on the front of his chest he has more spikes, more zigzags coming underneath. So we're going to start right here underneath this first V that we drew, and we're going to draw an upside down V right there. So it's pointing right at this point that came down underneath his chin. Now we're going to turn this into a W. So we're going to draw 2 lines, one on each side that goes up. Now let's connect this W over to his arm. We're going to draw a big, long spike that comes down, back up, and then connects to his arm. Now on this side, we're going to draw another W, but it's going to look really weird. We're going to draw it diagonal. So it's going to come down really far, kind of like we did over here, back up, and then it's going to come down even further. Almost looks like a lightning bolt, and then back up. Now right here, we should have a little gap in between his arm and this zigzag. Now we're going to draw a big diagonal line that comes down really far. Now this is for his tail or his cape. It kind of looks like a cape, but I think it's more like a tail. You guys can tell me in the comments below what this is back here. All right, now we're going to draw the rest of his body. All right, we're going to draw his belly first. So we're going to draw a curve that comes down, and it's a short curve. Then we're going to draw a longer curve that's going to come down really close to the bottom of the paper, but we want to leave room for his feet. So we're going to start right under his arm, where his armpit would be, and we're going to draw a curve that comes down, and we're going to stop. We want to make sure we leave room for his feet. Now we're going to draw more zigzags right, it looks like the top of his pants. Now we're going to draw an imaginary line between all of these points. So this point, and then we're going to draw another V down here. So we're going to draw it right below this line. We're going to draw that V right there. Now we're going to turn this into an M, kind of like we did up here for the W. We'll draw 2 lines on each side that come down. Now let's draw another funny W, but upside down. So we're going to draw a funny M going this direction. So we're going to draw it coming up, down, and then we're going to draw another bump that comes up further, down, and then this line is going to come up and connect. It's going to curve the other direction and connect up here to this diagonal line. Now over here, we're going to draw another zigzag. It's going to come up really far, back down, and then we'll draw one more that comes up and back down. We did it. All right, now that looks like the top of his pants. Let's draw the rest of his legs. So over here, I'm gonna draw this line coming down just a little further, and we're gonna draw his first leg bent. So it's gonna come down and then bend out. So this is his knee. Now we're gonna go directly to the right, and we're gonna start the other side of his leg. It's gonna come up and then in, and then down here at the bottom, we're gonna connect with more zigzags. Now I'm gonna draw one zigzag that comes out to the left, and then we're gonna draw a bunch coming this direction. So we'll go up, down, and a couple more right at the end. Now remember, you could pause it if you need extra time to draw those zigzags. All right, now we're gonna draw his right leg, and we wanna create the same gap that we did over here. So you can measure this, or you can just use your eye and guess. So we're gonna come over, leave about the same space that we did over here, and we're gonna come straight up and curve just like we did over here. And then in between these lines, we're gonna connect them with a curve for the bottom of his body. Now we're gonna draw more zigzags. It looks like fur, and we're gonna connect in between these two lines. So we're gonna draw two spikes coming this direction. Then we're gonna draw a W, and then we're gonna draw a spike or two spikes coming out to the right side. And we did it, we drew his legs. Now we need to draw his feet. Let's first draw his left foot. So we're gonna draw his heel first. We'll come down and then curve to the left. Now it looks like he has really cool claws on his feet. So we're gonna draw a V that comes out and then back in. Then we can draw another sideways V that comes out, back in. And then we'll draw one more out. And then this one will connect to the spikes or this fur on the bottom around his ankle. Now to finish his talons or his claws, we can connect the V at the end and then also connect there. And then we'll connect his third talon in the very back. All right, let's finish his foot over here on the right side. Now we're gonna draw the talons first this time. We're gonna draw 3 V's. We're gonna draw 1, 2, 3. Now the reason why we drew the V's straight down is because this foot is pointed right at us. Now let's connect his talons by drawing, or his claws, by drawing a big upside down U on each one. Now to finish his foot, we're gonna draw a curve that connects to his first claw, and then we'll connect each one in between. And then this last claw over here, we're gonna draw a little curve on the right side. All right, we did it. We finished his feet, and we're almost done drawing him, but we need to finish this tail back here. So let's draw another diagonal line. It's gonna start up here higher on his arm, and we're gonna come down and taper and get close to this other diagonal line. Now we're gonna draw more spikes, more zigzags over here to finish this. So we're gonna draw a sideways M first. Then we're gonna draw a W. Then we're gonna draw one more spike. And then we're gonna connect this into his body. All right, now he's got a couple more spikes on the outside. So let's draw a sideways W again. It's gonna come out further, back in. We'll do one more bump or zigzag. And then this one's gonna connect right there. Cool, now we need to finish his shoulder. We're gonna draw a little spike right here in the middle, and then we're gonna connect this into his arm. And then we're gonna draw one more diagonal line that connects to his shoulder. All right, we did it. We finished drawing Pangoro, but we're missing one last thing, and I know that you guys probably already know what we're missing. And it's this leaf that's sticking out of his mouth. Now, it looks like a bamboo leaf to me. So we're gonna draw a diagonal line, comes out of his mouth. And then we're gonna come over here, we're gonna draw one tall leaf that comes up, back down. Then we're gonna draw one more leaf, and it's a lot smaller, and it's pointed down. Now it looks even better with that plant sticking out of his mouth, except we need to add 2 lines right here to make him look even angrier. All right, we did it. We finished drawing Pangoro. He looks awesome. Now he's gonna look even better once we color him. Now I'm gonna use the computer and Photoshop to finish him, but you guys can use whatever you want. You can use colored pencils, crayons, even pastels. Now I hope you take the time to finish coloring your drawing because it's gonna look even better with color. I hope you had a lot of fun following along with me and drawing Pangoro. Remember, it's okay if your drawings don't look exactly like mine, because the most important thing is to have fun and to practice. And we'll see you later, art friends. Goodbye. If you had fun following along in this lesson, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the circle. Then you can click the bell to get notified every time we upload new videos. I've also picked out these 2 other lessons I thought you'd really enjoy. Don't forget to take a photo of your child's finished artwork and share it on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter because we want to see how awesome it turned out.